Hi, my name is Noz Razvan. I'm the head of QA at Wolfpack Digital, and in this video I'm going to talk about bugs in software development. What are they and how to report them? First, let's start with what is a bug in software development. Here are some definitions for software bug from different websites. As you can see, a software bug is defined as a problem causing the program to fail, as an error that causes the system to behave abnormally, and so on. Basically, a bug in software development is an error that causes the application to fail. For example, imagine logging in into your account and the login button doesn't work. There is a bug. Or you reach the main page of a website and a word is misspelled. That is also a bug. Now, you are probably wondering, why is it called a bug? It's not like an actual insect appears on your screen. Well, I'm going to take you through a brief of history of that terminology. One of the first adapters of the word bug was actually Thomas Edison, the inventor of light bulb. He was working on a telephone, a job he took from Western Union, and in March 1878 he wrote a letter to the President of Western Union, William Orton, updating him about the telephone. He wrote, "You are partially correct. I did find a bug in my apparatus, but it was not in the telephone proper." This letter is one of the earliest examples of the use of bug to describe a problem with technology. However, the first computer bug was discovered later on, in 1947, a period when the computers were as big as a room. These are some photos of the Mark II computer. On September 9, 1947, the computer scientists reported that the computer was malfunctioning. After a series of searching to find what the problem was, at 1545, Grace Hopper found a bug, an actual insect, which died in the number 70 relay panel F of the Mark II computer. The insect was then preserved in the logbook with the phrase, "First actual case of a bug being found," as you can see in the bottom right image. Since then, the terminology became more and more popular, and now it is used to describe software errors. Let's move on and see how we report those bugs when they are found. First of all, let's take a look at the basic structure of what a bug report should contain. We have title, description, steps to reproduce, expected result, attachments, additional information, and we're going to talk about severity and priority a little bit afterwards. Before we move on and take each of these sections individually, let's think of an example and work on it. Let's take what we previously gave as an example. When you want to log in into your account, the login button doesn't work, no matter how many times you click it. So let's start with the title. The title should be a short description, should be clear, specific, and impersonal. And in our case, this is an example of how the title should look like. Login page, the login button does not have any functionality. Moving on to description, it should be longer than the title, obviously. It should bring justifications of why is it a bug, and it should contain any relevant details if there are any. For example, the frequency of the issue. And in our case, the description sounds like this. After reaching the login page and filling in the username and password fields, clicking the login button does not have any functionality and the user cannot log in into the app. Steps to reproduce. Basically, the steps you need to follow from beginning until the bug occurs. They should be short and simple. They need to be the minimum amount needed to reproduce the bug, no extra steps. And as said before, they should be from beginning to the end and also numbered. In our case, open the login page, fill in the username and password, click on the login button. Notice that the login button has no functionality. Next, expected result. What should actually happen instead of the issue? Also, short and simple and avoid negation. Don't say, for example, the image should not be on the right. It does not help fixing the issue. Rather say the image should be displayed on the left. This way the devs will know how to fix it. And in our case, the expected result can sound like this. The login button should redirect the user to the profile page, or wherever the app should redirect the user. It depends on the app specifications. Attachments. They should be a visual representation of the bug. Pretty straightforward. They can be screenshots, screen recordings, documentation, links, and so on. Additional information. Stuff like environment, device type, version, maybe date and time if they are relevant, or any other relevant information that might be used for fixing the issue. Now let's talk about severity and priority a bit. Severity represents the impact of the bug it has on the app. It usually ranges from critical to trivial. The priority, it represents the urgency to fix the bug. It also ranges from high to low. Now that we went through all of the sections, let's put everything together. As you can see on the screen, we have the title, description, steps to reproduce, expected result, and what you should put as an attachment. This is basically how you report bugs. Depending on the bug tracking tool you use, this can differ, but in essence this is what you have to do. I hope you enjoyed this little presentation, and again, I was Noor Razvan, and thanks for watching. See you next time!